This is our team for trying to climb to Master though. It's got your usuals, it's got the Tornadus, it's got Iron Hands, it's got Arcanine, and it has the Water Mask Ogerpon, which is pretty much all over the place these days. But also it has Chi-Yu as well as Goldengo, the two devilish special attackers. Goldengo, of course, there for Make It Rain. And if you can pair that with Chi-Yu to get the Beads of Ruin going, there is a lot of offensive spread damage with Make It Rain and Heatwave. It's the same old, right? I will say I have a couple of teams in mind that I'll be using in the future that are trying to deviate from the meta. Specifically the Kitokami Pokemon, so I'll have to keep an eye out for that. I do have the face cam ready to go with the model. I was gonna say maybe for shenanigans. I have for some reason, don't ask why, I have like this Catgirl maid model in a dress. So if you want, I can do that. Or just a generic like anime boy model. But before we go on further, let me just have a look and see. They have an interesting team here. They have, whoa, a fire team. What is this? They have Typhlosion, a regular Typhlosion, Dashbun, a Skeledirge, the one starter that nobody likes, the grass one, Amoonguss, and Fluttermane. Definitely having Ogerpon, I think, as a lead is good here, as is Tornadus. I'm scared to bring in Goldengo against so much fire, but against the Fluttermane, that could be nice. And let's bring Arcanine as well. But let's see, though. What does Crimson lead with? Typhlosion and Darkspin. Isn't there a thing Darkspin can do? Like, isn't it like well-baked body? So it takes a fire type move and then it increases its defense. So maybe I just Ivy Cudgel that and like get rid of it instantly. It's fairy fire, right? Or just plain fairy. I mean, I could just Ivy Cudgel the Typhlosion and hopefully take it out instantly. Yeah, let's Tailwind and Ivy Cudgel. I have a feeling it's gonna do something where Darkspun increases its defense. Like there's some gimmick going on here. I can tell there's a gimmick going on. I just can't tell what it is. The Tailwind will go off. Ivy Cudgel hits Typhlosion. Does he have Sash? No. Okay, well, I mean, so far so good. What does Darkspun do? Sunny Day. I unfortunately don't have Rain Dance in this, or this Tornadus doesn't have Rain Dance. This also means that Ivy Cudgel, which is a water type, won't be that effective. Fluttermane comes out next. It doesn't have Booster Energy, but it has Photosynthesis Activate, increasing its speed. Now, here's the thing. I do have Goldengo in the back. And for now, let's see. I could go for a Spiky Shield. I could go Follow Me. But Fluttermane probably uses a spread move here. Is there a point to going Follow Me? Like, Ogerpon I don't think is going to do much for us here now. So maybe I should just try and switch into Goldengo here. I could, in theory, go Terra Water, increase my special defense. But, I mean, is there a point to that right now? Let's instead Spiky Shield. I want to see his Terra and Icy Wind. I could double protect as well, but I kind of want to get a free switch in here. Okay, no Terror from his side. The Icy Wind goes, and does it miss on one of them? Misses on Fluttermane. That's not what I want to see. I wanted to try and break potential Sash as well. Darkspin lowers its speed. Power Gem. Ooh, Power Gem should take out the Tornadus. Oh, no, it doesn't. So that means that we can heal up with HP. So another Power Gem won't KO us. That's important to note. Body Press onto the Ogerpon means that it takes Spiky Shield damage. Okay, perfect. I would have loved to break a possible Sash on that Fluttermane. So, let's see. Actually, if he's using Body Press, that won't do too much damage to Ogerpon. Maybe I can go for a Horn Leech. In fact, let's do that. Let's Horn Leech the Fluttermane. And Icy Wind again. Actually, let's go for Bleak Wind Storm. We don't really need the Icy Wind speed drop since we have Tailwind already. And there we go. That's the Terra that we get to see. Terra Fairy, Dazzling Gleam, maybe? Terra Fairy. Okay, we do have Goldengo in the back. Make It Rain is a possibility. He's no longer immune to E-Speeds as well. Beacon Storm hits both, breaks the Sash, takes Darkspin low. And Horn Leech. Oh my goodness, Horn Leech takes out the Fluttermane. You gotta remember, Fluttermane is not built tough. In the sun as well. So, well, I mean, not that that would matter, but let's see. Snarl lowers our special attack, that's fine. Barely does any damage whatsoever. I assume it must be like a supportive Darkspin. Chestnut, that's the name. I know it was something. That is one of the starters, right? I forget which gen or even it was. But let's see. That's his final Pokemon. I still have Arcanine in the back. He doesn't have a Terra. This is pretty much one for me anyway, but just in case, I will Follow Me to keep... Actually, no. You know what? We can afford to go on the offensive here. Let's Horn Leech the Darkspin and Bleak Wind Storm. I don't mind my Ogerpon going down here because we can just do so much damage with a Bleak Wind Storm. Oh my goodness. That was... Tornadus is not meant to be the star of the show. Tornadus is not meant to be the big damage dealer, but hey, I'll take it here. And Ogerpon also had a moment to shine there with that Ivy Cudgel. I'm curious as to how many people online just have like their regular first name. Like the Alexes, the Erics, and stuff like that. Meanwhile, I'm out here with a pseudonym. But let's see. Oh, a fellow Water Ogerpon enjoyer. As well as a Glamora and a Cinderace. Very interesting. I'm actually not really sure what half of their team can do, so... I think I'll lead Tornadus and have a Arcanine out in front. I want to have Ogerpon in the back in case I can get off a funny shenanigans of switching out into Water Absorb Ivy Cudgel from him. And lastly, maybe having a Iron Hands of my own. Alright, Alex, what do you lead with? I'm assuming it's Cinderace and Weavile. The two Pokemon I know nothing about. Very cool, very interesting. Weavile probably has Fake Out, right? Let's see. So maybe going for Tailwind isn't the best play here. Also, why is it taking so long to show the battle menu? Is he disconnecting? Okay, Pressure. Pressure from Weavile. Intimidate lowers their attacks, which is probably very nice for me. They are both physical attackers. I don't see why I don't go Tailwind here. And Cinderace has Libero, right? So it's like Protean, where it can change its type. So that means it could have something super, well, not super effective. It could get stabbed and use a very strong move against us. Then again, though, I could just double Rock Slide here. It's super effective on both. My small brain sees super effective on two Pokemon. I click it, so why not? No Fake Out, so that means we get Tailwind off, and we probably move next with our Arcanine. Yep, Rock Slide hits both, and okay. I don't know what Cinderace and Weavile can do, and I never will. Both of them go down instantly. Alright, what comes out next? Show me what your next two Pokemon are so I can just wipe them out again. Glamora is one of them, and what is the next one? Ogerpon. Alright, I could do something very funny here and switch into Ogerpon on my own side instead of Arcanine. And then that would get me a Water Absorb. So you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to Bleak Wind Storm. And switch out into my own Ogerpon. Okay, or he just instantly cancels. I mean, hey. To be fair, 4v2, I have Tailwind set up. Everything is at full health. He only has an Ogerpon and a Glamora. It would have been hard pressed for him to try and win that. A battle against Aegon. Ooh, with possibly an Ice team there with Ninetales, Alolan Ninetales, Excalibur, Chien-Pao. But also a very offensive heavy team with Dragonite, and I want to say that is Surging Strikes or the Rapid Strike Urshifu, and Iron Treads as well. Tailwind, I don't feel like it's going to be too great here because of the priority that they have out of E-Speed and Icicle or Ice Shard, Sucker Punch, stuff like that as well. So I think maybe having Arcanine in the front to deal with their Ice types, and maybe a Fake Out from Iron Hands can be useful. Definitely Ogerpon in the back in case that is a Rapid Strike Urshifu, we can switch into that. And maybe Bleak Wind Storm could still be useful, but then again, Goldengo might also be good here. What is my take on Frost versus bulky Excalibur? I'm a fan of bulkier, just in general, bulkier Pokemon. It has priority anyway with an Ice Shard, so you don't really need that speed. Also, you can account for speed in other ways with, say, a Trick Room or a Tailwind or stuff like that. Like, speed is something a little bit harder to work around with because your opponent can do stuff like that, but bulk is, like, dead set. There's no working around that. Because let's say you have a very frosty Excalibur, or a very fast Pokemon in general, all they have to do is one Trick Room, and that, like, cancels out all that investment. If you have a bulky Pokemon, there's no... I mean, unless they have Fissure, there's no easy way to work around that. But let's see... Dragonite Ninetales. I want to imagine that this is Aurora Veil coming out now. So, let's Rock Slide and Fake Out the Ninetales. Ooh, the snow is tanking the frame rate. Switch not known for its graphical capabilities. Terra Normal Dragonite? Yep. Or is it gonna be Terra Ice? Oh, is this Terra Ice Ice Spinner? Oh, no. Right, because we're in the snow now. Fake Out onto Ninetales, but he probably... Okay, we go first with Rock Slide. We don't take out Ninetales. Please flinch. Okay, Body Slam comes out from Dragonite. Not very effective though. That is not a lot of damage. I was expecting something crazy to come out of that Terra Ice Dragonite. That was he expecting a switch in? Whoops, not E-Speed. We have to use Rock Slide again. But I mean, Rock Slide, that'll get rid of Ninetales. And we now have a lot of moves for this Dragonite. We have Drain Punch, we have Heavy Slam. Let's have a look and see what it can switch into. Yeah, I think Drain Punch is good here. It works for a lot of his switch-ins as well, so let's see. Ooh, Helping Hand. Is he gonna Body Press again? We go first anyway with Rock Slide, take out Ninetales, do decent damage to Dragonite, maybe get a flinch? Who knows? Maybe we get lucky? Dragon Dance. Wow, that is very... Wait, why are you Helping Handing a Dragon Dance? That would be crazy though if it worked like it doubles the increases. So instead of increasing attack and speed by 1 stage, it increases it by 2 stages. That'd be very funny. Alrighty then. That was an interesting move by the opponent. Let's see. Baxcalibur comes out now, as well as Chien Power. 2 ice types again. That means we can just go for another set of Rock Slides plus Drain Punch. But you know what? I'm gonna Terra Fairy as well, just in case. So we stay safe. And go for Drain Punch. Double into Chien Power because I assume it has a... What is it called? I assume it has Sash? Maybe it's just the final days of Regulation E is when the wacky players show up. Trying to Helping Hand a Dragon Dance and whatnot. Alright, let's see though. Terra Fairy keeps us... He really wants to set up with stuff. Swords Dance, I feel like you need to start going in the offensive before trying to set up. Because that does quite a bit to both. It flinches the Baxcalibur, and Drain Punch takes out Chien Power. This guy is doing a whole lot of nothing so far. And you know what, for fun... Oh, I want to say for fun, I want to Terra Blast with Fairy, because you very rarely see a Fairy Terra Blast, and it looks kind of cool. But instead, we'll have to use Rock Slide since we are locked into it. I didn't even get a chance to use the other 2 in the back. And yeah, DLC 2, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I am much more excited for the Indigo Plateau compared to the Teal Mask because it looks a lot more battle-focused. Like, it looks like you have a gauntlet of battles. Like, the whole point is that it's an academy where they train battles and stuff like that. Whereas Teal Mask is more like, oh, we're going to a nice little festival. What did Teal Mask give us? It gave us Ogre Ousting. Great, thank you, wow.